Let's discuss the Kiely Rodni case. So I wanted to share some of my old footage from September of 2022. I wanted to kind of give a layout of the land again and let everybody know a little bit more about the distance that Kiely would have had to have driven to get herself into Prosser Reservoir where that vehicle was located. And I wanted to state that I still stand firmly that I do not believe that this was an accident. I do believe that there were some accidental things that may have occurred, but I do not believe Kiely drove herself into Prosser Reservoir. And I respect anybody's opinion that thinks that she did, but I am here to show you why I do not think so. And we can agree to disagree as long as it's respectfully. So as I've been talking, we've gone through a little bit of footage. So this is the turn that Kiely would have had to have made. That would have been the left turn that would have ended up into Prosser Reservoir. We're kind of going backwards because I just grabbed a couple clips that I had on my phone. So this is heading back out towards the road that you would have taken to get to the sanctuary. Now, as you can see, this area is very heavily wooded, has shrubbery surrounding it on both sides. Not at all the same type of scenery as it is out towards the peninsula that Kiely's vehicle was allegedly located at. This area is approximately half a mile from the sanctuary that Kiely's vehicle was located at, so she would have had to have driven this area inebriated according to all accounts from the party. And I say approximately because it's really hard to figure out on a map exactly where it is in the trees. I could tell you by just going there though. Now this area was a wide open area. In my clips showing the fire cams, this is the area where I believe two vehicles speed off and meet up at. This is the area on a Google Earth map, just so you have a better understanding of the area I'm showing right then and there. So I don't have all the clips all the way up through that area. This is leaving the area I just showed. And this video is sped up 1.5 times. It was originally about a 2-minute video. But again, I want you to see the road conditions. I want you to see the trees surrounding the roads, the shrubbery, all of the things that would have had to literally be dodged when driving, as inebriated as all accounts say Kiely was at this party. Now, what the autopsy says versus what the partygoers say does not coincide with each other. But that's a whole nother story. Now, while we're heading up to the sanctuary, I want to go over something about the CHP report. Currently, the CHP, as of last week, is stating that there is at least 3 months until the MATE report will be completed. So that will be 19 months that it has taken to release an accident investigation report. Now, they are treating this case as a high-profile case, but that still does not excuse the amount of time that it's taken to simply prove an accident, because that's exactly what has to be done. They have to prove that Kiely herself drove into Prosser. With that being said, we're now at the sanctuary, which, as you can tell, is quite the distance. Even for an experienced driver, that is a very bumpy road. It is not easy to drive at night, very hard to see. Likeliness of somebody intoxicated to the levels that we were told driving down there is just mind-boggling to me, and I cannot wrap my head around it and make it make sense whatsoever. Crazier things have happened, but I'm just saying in my mind, logically, I cannot see that so intoxicated she could drive that far. But that's the thing, I don't think that she was intoxicated to the levels that we were told. And again, that's for another day. So as we all know, this area is very open. Allegedly where over 300 people partied, ages unknown, much is unknown of this party, as law enforcement had stated that locals were not cooperating with any new leads or information. Now, I personally have communicated with numerous people that stated they did turn in tips, but were never contacted.
Mother says the last text that she received from Kiely was that she would be straight home. That was about 1 hour before her cell phone last pinged near a lake.
So, by all accounts, Kiely was completely inebriated, yet drove that entire distance, which is approximately half a mile, text her mother complete sentences, made a phone call to check on someone, but drove into Prosser. The autopsy doesn't match. Fire cams, in my opinion, show something happening after the vehicle goes into the reservoir. So was that investigated? Nothing has been released to the public, but yet we're supposed to just accept an accident. when this is glass that I myself found out there. And when contacting Nevada County Sheriff's Department, their only concern was if it was located somewhere other than the recovery. But the recovery was a flop. So how is it already considered an accident without a complete vehicle report? Like I said before, you still have to prove Kiely drove herself into Prosser.